Let's look at developing a PDF report which can be sent to your users on completion of the scorecard. To do this, we need to come to the scorecard builder and select results and PDF reports. You will then see a green button which says add PDF report. So if we click on that, we can see 3 different template versions which you can preview, and it will give you page styles that work well together. So if there's a style that you like, you could select and save that, and that could be the basis of the template for you to begin building your own version. Alternatively, you could start without a template, which is what I'm going to do today. You will need to give it a name and then click on save. So we've now got a blank version which we can start to develop. So to begin with, I'm going to add a page, and you can see that I have now all of the available page layouts across all of the templates which I can select from. So I'm going to need a front cover, and I'm going to select this version, and that is now page 1 in my list. Before I go any further, I'm just going to head to my settings and select header and footer. So I want to show a header, and I can upload my logo and then just select that. And I can also increase and decrease my logo size, choose where I want to align the logo, and also include the scorecard name. And you've got some footer options there as well, and an option to show the page numbers. So generally in the footer, you might want to put your web URL, for example. I'm just going to hit the back arrow, and then I can head to my fonts. Just make sure that the main fonts are in there for the heading and the body font. I'm happy with the sizes and the colors of these fonts. You will get the opportunity to override these on individual pages, but it's a good idea just to set it initially. You can then also select default page styles, and if you would like a background image running throughout the pages, which again you can amend on each page, you can add that here, and you've got some page color options, and you can also include a border as well. So those are the main settings that you need to be aware of. So now we can head back to pages, and we can start to add further pages. So you can really, when you select add a page, look at all the sections that are available, and you can really make it as big or as small as you'd like it to be. So generally we would see the front cover and then a introduction page. So I can add that here. And each page, once you've added it, you'll be able to work through the options that are available. So updating the content, selecting your own image. And this is where you would override any of the default page styles which you set initially. So if you do want a different page background, you can add that here, change the color, enable those borders, and you can do the same for the headers and footers. So if you need a different logo on different backgrounds, you can add those here. So just work through the options that are available to you. So each page could also be dynamic, so you just need to enable that dynamic function by sliding it on, and then you could type in different versions of content but based on whether they scored low, medium and high. You may only want to do this on your overall and category score pages, but it is an option across all of the pages. So I'm going to come back out here. So we've now got, you can see a front cover and an introduction page. So then I might want to add an overall score page. So I'm going to select this particular design. That's now page 3 in my list. So here I'm going to enable the dynamic content, and that will allow me to acknowledge people's scores and just say, don't worry if you scored low, just read on in the report and find out loads of great tips that are going to help you improve that score. And you can do the same for medium, the same for high. So that will just pull in the right content based on how they scored. So I'm just going to hit the back arrow here. So that was page 3, and you can just disable that as well if you'd like to. Okay, so I'm then going to add another page for my categories. So this is going to show them what they got in each each of the categories. So for this particular example, I've made up 3 categories, which are sleep, exercise, and nutrition, which is now page 4. And I can click into each one, and I could make it dynamic as well to say, great, high score here, congratulations, for example. So again, you've got all of the options to work through on this particular page. So now I've got my intro, my score, my category scores. I'm going to start to get into some detail. And I'm going to add a individual category. So my first category, I would like a category description page. I'm going to choose this particular style. And then I'm going to make sure I have my first category selected, which is sleep. And then I'm going to add another page. So this is going to be my category next steps page. And this one, I'm going to ensure we're working on sleep as well. And I'm going to enable that dynamic content, and I'm going to give people different advice on how to improve their score based on which score tier they fell into. You will need to add a new page for each category. So once you've finished that category, we can go back, add another category description page, but this time ensure that we've selected exercise. And then we'll go back and add our next steps page. And that's how you'd start to build the PDF. If you'd like to move pages around, you can click on the 6th grade dots and drag and drop them into position. We also have a number of call to action pages and general content as well. So you might want to do a summary page to finish. So once you have added all your pages, entered your content, entered all your branding and customization, you can then, and this is the PDF that you would like connected with your scorecard, you can select publish and make default. To ensure the PDF is sent, we can then come back out, head to the result email. So you have the option to push the PDF across into your CRM if you're integrating with one of the available CRM options, or you can fire off the email from the ScoreApp platform and you can give them a link to their PDF. So you would just need to ensure that you have the correct merge field added onto your result email. The available merge fields you will find by clicking on the cross, and then you've got the report button there, and you can just click save, and then you can take the scorecard, enter your details, run through the questions, check your inbox with the PDF in it, just to ensure it's looking great.